Good morning, everyone. It is 6 o'clock here on this Friday morning. I'm Angie Gonzalez.
And I'm meteorologist John Chase. It is finally Friday. We're glad you're with us. You have something to look forward to when you head out the door this morning for a change.
Yes.
It's not bitterly cold. How about that?
It is nice. And you know what we were saying this morning, the ladies in the newsroom? We were saying how this cold weather, this dry weather is really making our skin itch and that kind of stuff. So
it's not just the ladies.
It's the guys, too.
Yeah, I mean, that Arctic air, it just can't hold moisture. It's very dry. And yeah, just 24 hours ago, we were at 1 below 0 here in Toledo.
Oh, by the way, I love when you say 2 below, because I think of the word, or the city, Tupelo.
Tupelo, the home of Elvis Presley. Did you know that?
Mississippi.
The birthplace.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
The king.
Well, I learned that. I spent 3 years in Mississippi getting my master's degree.
There you go. And that's what they taught you while you were getting your master's.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
That's right. Well, it's a treat, actually, not to be freezing when you head out the door. So look forward to that, folks. We've got a thaw that's gotten underway overnight. We saw a high temperature yesterday after starting at 1 below 24 hours ago. We got to 26 degrees just before midnight last night, and temperatures, they've remained nearly steady overnight with a bit of a breeze out of the southwest. 27 degrees right now downtown. How about that? Breezy day on tap, but we're at least going to be mild. The bitter cold has moved back up to the north, back up where that Arctic cold should be in the Arctic. So good stuff. We've got a big melt on our way tomorrow. It's almost going to feel balmy out there. Enjoy it while you can, because things get messy on Sunday as winter returns. I'll let you know what I mean by messy coming up with a new look at the 10-day in a few minutes. Angie, back to you with the top stories.
All right, thanks so much, John. Well, we begin this morning with a story happening right now as a local school is going to be closed today due to an unspecified illness outbreak. Now, this morning, the Summit Academy Toledo Community School on South Avenue is going to be closed while the school sanitizes. Now, according to one school official, they've seen a number of people, including both students and staff, come down with an unspecified illness. Now, the official said that the cleaning was just a precautionary measure. Again, they didn't specify exactly what illness those that are coming down or being sick and are not coming to class have. They did say that both students and staff were exhibiting flu-like symptoms. Meantime, Lucas County health officials announced on Thursday that there have been 2 flu-related deaths so far this month. The Toledo-Lucas County Health Department didn't specify the victims' names, but said that both were women with underlying health issues. One was in her 80s, the other in her 90s. And with that news, the health department again is urging residents 6 months and older to get the flu shot. New this morning, here's a look at the upcoming flu clinics Lucas County residents can attend to get one of those shots. Each are walk-in flu clinics. Are going to be held at the Toledo-Lucas County Health Department on North Erie Street. There is going to be one next Thursday, the following Monday, and the Wednesday after that. The cost is $30, but your health insurance can be billed. Now, there are those who simply don't believe that the flu shot is going to do anything for you. In fact, this year, experts even say that the current vaccine is largely a mismatch to the viral strain that is circulating right now. So experts are encouraging doctors to turn to prescription drugs in order to help those with flu symptoms cope. Erica Edwards reports.
Emergency rooms in Las Vegas are so overrun with people who think they have the flu, they're having to turn away ambulances.
Their beds are filled. They aren't able to release patients from the inpatient facility fast enough.
Some pharmacies across the country can't fill prescriptions for drugs to treat the flu fast enough either. A few temporary shortages of Tamiflu have been reported around the country, though the manufacturer says there is no major national shortage. Even so, pharmacists at UH Case Medical Center in Cleveland say they've had patients turn to them when they couldn't get Tamiflu at their regular pharmacy.
We've seen more use of Tamiflu this season than we have in the past, and it's directly related to the effectiveness of the vaccine that was prepared for this year.
The vaccine isn't working very well so far. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimates the vaccine reduces the risk for serious flu cases by about 23%.
These are early estimates. They are lower than we would have hoped, but not completely unexpected with the mismatched viruses that are circulating.
The CDC is encouraging doctors to prescribe Tamiflu to high-risk patients even before they're tested for the virus. And they say people should still get the vaccine because it protects against other strains that could pop up, we're only halfway through the flu season. Erica Edwards, NBC News.
Can you believe it? We're only halfway through the flu season. Doctors say that any side effects of Tamiflu are minimal. Meantime, on Thursday, President Obama signed a presidential memorandum allowing federal workers more sick leave and paid time off following the birth of a baby. Right now, 43 million Americans do not get paid sick leave, and the president is trying to change that. His proposal gives federal employees 6 weeks of paid administrative leave for the birth, adoption, or foster placement of a child. And the president is now urging Congress to require most private companies do the same. The federal government says that more people filed for unemployment benefits in the second week of the new year. The U.S. Department of Labor released its weekly claims this week, and it found that there were 19,000 more claims filed last week than the previous week, but the Labor Department says that no special factors played a role in that increase. Well, speaking of jobs, a range of businesses are going to come together for one of the Glass City's first job fairs of the year. NBC 24's Stephanie Martinez joins us now live with what you need to know before you get in front of that potential employer. Stephanie.
Well, good morning. I'm at Ohio Means Jobs, Lucas County, and yes, they're kicking off the first job fair of 2015. So in a very exciting time for all of those out there trying to get back into the workforce, those who are looking for either that first-time job or who may have been laid off at some point and really just want to hit the ground running this year, well, today is the day to do it. To find out some of the companies that we will have on hand here at Ohio Means Jobs, Lucas County, we have Greg Ginnam with us this morning. Again, thank you for joining us, and let's go ahead and get into it. What companies can people expect?
Well, we have over 36 employers here today, all sorts of companies from the region, companies such as the Andersons, the Ohio State Highway Patrol, the Toledo Police Department, Toledo Janitorial Services. So they're looking for all sorts of job seekers in all sorts of sectors. So take advantage of this job fair today and come on down at 10 o'clock.
And speaking of a little bit of work going on behind us right now, making sure the building is ready for you, nice and clean for when you come in to meet with these companies today. You know, you had a really big year last year. Mm-hmm. What would you like to touch on as far as that is concerned and what you saw?
Well, we have monthly job fairs, the third Friday of the month. That we implement on a monthly basis. We also have employers of the day. So any of the employers that are here today or throughout the region can come here on any given day with a more individualized approach and meet with individuals for a 2-hour period, 3-hour period, and have greater time to speak with those individuals and recruit employers. So we do that throughout the year. And so it's a wonderful way, a wonderful opportunity to place job seekers.
Fantastic. And lastly, what do we need to know before we walk in the door? 3 main things.
3 main things are be prepared. First of all, dress appropriately. Dress appropriately for those employers that you're going to meet. Second of all, prepare an updated resume and bring ample copies. And also prepare your, what I call elevator speech, 7 to 10 seconds on who you are, what you are, and so that you can, in a short period of time, tell the employer why you should have an interview next week.
Fantastic. Thank you. And when we come back here during 6:30 half hour that we'll have, we're going to talk about the other resources that are available to you throughout the year here at Ohio Means Jobs, Lucas County. Reporting live this morning from downtown, Stephanie Martinez, NBC 24.
All right, thanks so much, Stephanie. Well, a week from tomorrow, the Toledo Police Department is going to begin accepting applications online for new police officers. Those interested have from January the 24th through February 7th to apply. You do have to be between the ages of 20 and 34 and have a high school diploma. Starting salary for just a trainee is just under $47,000. Also new this morning, the U.S. Postal Service is proposing some slight increases to the price to pay to mail letters and postcards, but they're going to leave the cost of the First Class Forever stamp at 49 cents. Now, the proposal would increase the cost of sending letters to international destinations by 5 cents, also increase the cost of sending postcards by a cent from 34 to 35 cents, and on first class mail, every ounce over 1 would cost an additional 22 cents. Now, the increase being proposed will become effective if passed on April the 26th. Michigan residents who buy from Amazon.com and other online online stores are soon going to be forced to pay the state's 6% sales tax. Now, Governor Rick Snyder signed the measure into law on Thursday and says that the move will level the playing field for brick and mortar businesses already assessing sales tax on customers. Shoppers are supposed to voluntarily pay unassessed taxes on internet purchases when filing their state returns, but few comply. The laws could generate around $60 million a year from companies like Amazon that will go to the state of Michigan. The law will go into effect in October. Michigan Governor Rick Snyder also has now vetoed legislation that would have let some people subject to personal protection orders carry a concealed weapon. In a veto letter to lawmakers, Snyder said Thursday that the bills may increase the risks faced by victims of domestic abuse. The legislation would have abolished county concealed weapons licensing boards and transferred their duties to county clerk's office or law enforcement. Well, on to a developing story now, as an Ohio man is due in federal court in the next few hours to face charges that he plotted to attack the U.S. Capitol. Christopher Cornell has been on the FBI's radar for the past few months, but who exactly is he? Tom McKee takes a closer look at his past.
Documents show Christopher Cornell was considered a critical missing juvenile in 2008. He ran away from Oak Hills High School, upset over harassment there. And it notes he was being treated for oppositional defiance disorder. Also in 2008, a disorderly conduct charge was filed when he entered a fight to aid his brother. And in 2009, his mother claimed domestic violence when he pushed her down after refusing to go to his room. In 2013, this was his look to protest a 9/11 memorial program in Green Township. He was also a person of interest in vandalism at Green Township's Veterans Park and a PNC bank, but never was charged. Cornell's parents told us he often prayed at this mosque on Harrison Avenue in Fairmount. However, we showed his picture to people coming to pray at noon Thursday, and they did not recognize him.
So you don't know this guy at all?
No, I don't know this guy. 100% I don't know. I know that a lot of people pray here in the Muslim or Africa people. I don't know this guy.
We never know about people like this, but we just come pray because we are Muslim. You can be African or, American. If you're Muslim, on the prayer time, you just come pray here.
The general feeling of Muslims there is that they're upset that someone could use their religion as a cover for their intent to harm others.
We don't want that, because Islam doesn't mean killing people, killing innocent people. The word Islam means like peace. So if you claim yourself being a Muslim, you should be like a good person. You should be an example for the other people, not just taking the name Muslim and doing bad stuff.
Well, Cornell could face life in prison if convicted of the charges against him. The FBI maintains that the Capitol was never in any danger because Cornell had been under close surveillance for several months. The time is now 6:12 here on this Friday morning. Coming up next here on ABC 24 today, can you really use cans to defend yourself in an active shooter situation? Well, that's what some school officials are now suggesting their students do. We explain.
Well, good news in the short term in your forecast, and you'll notice it as soon as you open that back door. The Arctic high, the bitter cold. Let's move back to the north. We do have a thaw on tap. Part of your weekend looking terrific, the other a little bit messy. I'll show you why. Winter returns heading into next week. It's all ahead in your 10-day after this.
So, how's the remodel going?
Oh my gosh, where do I start? My contractor is amazing. He's made the whole process so easy on me. It's like I've always said, it pays to look for the seal. Ladies, I am not kidding.